Guys, it's Matt. I want to talk today about the one indicator that matters. I'm going to tell you what that indicator is, and then we're going to tell you why you should have known that the entire time. First, I want to get into why traders use indicators, and I'm going to break that into three groups. There's beginners. You might be that. You're just getting into the market. You haven't really figured out what moves markets, what makes markets work. You've got no intuition with the market. Um, and so you're looking for indicators to just kind of tell you what to do. And it's easy to get sucked into kind of the all you need is this indicator, and you know when to buy and when to sell, and you'll make money. And sure, great, keep believing that. Please don't keep believing that. That's not how markets work. You probably won't make much money like that. Then there's intermediate traders. They were beginners, and then they started to learn a little bit more about the market and how markets work, but they've been using indicators the whole time, so they just kind of have indicators as a crutch because they've always been there. They haven't really been able to shed them yet. And then there's advanced traders. These are the guys that or gals that understand the markets, right? They have a pretty good read, pretty good intuition. They've seen market behavior long enough that uh, maybe they still use some indicators, but they use them as a sort of shorthand to see how the market moves, and they also understand and can work around the pros versus the cons of an indicator, or the benefits versus the drawbacks, right? Um, and that brings us to okay, well, what is the only market indicator that matters? So most of you skipped right to this part of the video. So hi, welcome. My name's Matt. Uh, so the only indicator that matters is price. I know, I know. It's a dickish answer, right? I just lost like 80% of the people that clicked on this video. That's okay. Let them go away somewhere else. That's fine, because it's a good answer. It's a really important lesson. Okay. Now, this isn't to say that you'll never use an indicator or that some of the greatest traders out there don't use some indicators. They do. But price is the only thing that actually matters, right? So if the stochastic is below 20 and the RSX titty suck indicator is in line with the second moon of Mars, but you bought at 10 and the price goes down to 9, nobody gives a shit, right? Like you can't call your broker and be like, "Hey man, my indicator said buy, so can I have my money back?" No. No, you can't. The market took your money and you deserved it, right? Because well, either you didn't understand what was happening, or maybe that's just part of your system. I mean, everybody takes losses, right? So I'm being a little harsh there, but um yeah, no, you can't get your money back just because your indicators said that it was going to be a good trade. Okay. Now, again, this isn't to say that you can't use other indicators, but use them for the right reasons. This is what the advanced traders do. Don't use them because some guy on YouTube or on Twitter, or even a famous trader who designed their own indicator, says that it's going to work, right? Because one thing, if you notice, like some of the traders that have their own indicators, I'm thinking offhand of like the TTM squeeze. If you really pay attention, they know when to pay attention to their indicator and when to ignore it. That's because they've got plenty of experience and they've got some market intuition, and they know when to stomp the gas and they know when to put it in park. And that's a really important lesson that you can probably only learn by just spending a lot of time in front of the screens and watching price and studying from maybe getting a mentor or studying from people who are really good at understanding market behavior. So now some of the indicators are self-fulfilling prophecies. Like we'll take a look at let's see, my fat head out of the way. So look here, I've got a couple of indicators up just to kind of show. This is the stochastic down here, and then this is we've got Bollinger Bands, which are the red, this kind of light blue and purple. That's a so the so you know the Bollinger Band. This middle line is just the moving average. It's the 20 moving average right now, and then these are two standard deviations away on the outside, and then this white line is the 9 moving average. Um, Now you can kind of see like, oh, look at this. This price kind of came right down to the 20 there. Like, oh, is that a thing? Yeah, sure, that's a thing. So some of the especially the simple indicators like the moving averages, they become self-fulfilling prophecies. Enough people care about them, that maybe the price moves there. It depends on a lot of conditions, right? Um, Maybe there's not a whole lot of selling going on, and so a lot of people start buying around the 20, and then if enough people buy, the price goes up because that's supply and demand, right? Now, if there's a shit ton of selling, all those people are going to get destroyed, right? They're going to get run right over, and that price is going to keep plummeting past right through the 20 moving average, and it's not going to matter anyway. Now, you could make the argument like, hey, Matt, well, an indicator doesn't have to work 100% of the time. It only has to work 70% or 50% or even 30% of the time, as long as the win loss ratio works out. Yes, you are correct. And if you didn't say that to me while I was talking or to your computer or TV screen, you need to keep studying because that was the right response. But here's the thing. Yeah, the indicator doesn't have to be right all the time, but if you just understand the way price moves, you don't need the indicator at all, or you're using the indicator as just kind of a shorthand to see what the price is doing, right? To think that you're just going to buy off the 20 moving average and have some sort of stop and profit target system, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. I know a lot of traders who we back test a lot of stuff, and it's just not there's just not a system there, right? So, and by the way, if if there was someone who had a simple indicator that just told you when to buy, told you when to sell, and it worked all the time, not that it was right all the time, but it worked in all market conditions, and it had a system that goes with it. It said, oh, it's right 30% of the time, but the wins are 5 times your loss. That those numbers work out, right? That's a profitable system. If somebody developed that and had that, do you think they'd be telling you about it on YouTube? Or do you think they'd even share it and put it on the Thinkorswim platform so everybody else can use it too? They're not going to do that. They're going to make millions and laugh all the way to the bank, right? They're not going to share it. Why? They're going to put it on YouTube so they can make some ads? They're literally crushing the stock market. Why would you care about ad revenue if you're that good in the stocks? It just doesn't make any sense, guys. All right. So if somebody's telling you that they've got a great indicator, especially if they want you to pay for that indicator, um, come on, use your brain. It's it's probably too good to be true. Um, so yeah, anyway, start studying price because that's the thing that really matters. Find yourself a mentor or some people online that you think maybe have been in the market a long time and they talk about the nuances of price movement and market behavior because learning from those guys is going to pay dividends and a lot more quickly than searching for the next indicator that you think is going to work. We've got the Bollinger Bands, the moving averages. We've got the stochastic, right? Which you can see if I zoom out. The stochastic is usually like, oh, if it goes below the 20, you can buy, and then that doesn't always work, right? And so where do you set your stop? Where do you set your targets? Again, you can use them, but they're just not perfect. Don't think you're going to get this indicator that works all the time or works enough even to make a good system out of it. Understand price movement, understand markets, study this stuff, guys. It's going to take a while. But I promise if you put in the effort, you can be profitable, especially if you find a good mentor. And anyway, good luck. Scoots out.